states like ours of a climate change, which it's not a hoax, it's a reality, folks. Every day we see more and more the impact of it on our daily lives. And there's a particular summit that's going to be taking place all of next week, the Island Innovation Summit, running from September 6th to the 12th. And we've got the ambassador for that summit on the line with us this morning, Adrian Douën. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you for having us at this very late hour. And we're very appreciative here at Island Innovation for allowing us to share our information.
Yes. One of the things that you're going to be looking at is the kinds of energy, changes that we need to make to the way that we do things to basically slow down, if not begin to reverse climate change. That's on the agenda for discussion, yes?
Yeah, well, what we are actually having is what is called a local hub, where we will be discussing with panelists different topics that will cover the electricity consumption, the carbon footprint of Trinidad and Tobago, what is the use for solar, all the different aspects of not only renewable energy, but also getting involved with some question and answers from the panelists on the selective topics that we have.
Sustainable development is a buzz term that's been bandied about for the better part of, say, 30, almost 40 years. But there was a time when sustainable development involved using fossil fuels to make that happen. Now we've got to be looking in a different way at how we execute our sustainable development paradigms in the region. Yes?
Absolutely. It's funny that you say that, because there's several new concepts to dealing with that particular issue. And I'm actually involved with a company that's called the Circular Economy, that deals with that paradigm, which changes the whole concept of how we can see sustainable from a new future.
In terms of what we here in the region could and should be doing, some would say we're pretty close to the equator. We get so much direct sunlight right throughout the year. Why don't we see more solar installations in the Caribbean region? Some of us are blessed with fast-running rivers and waterfalls. How come we don't see hydroelectric power being used more frequently in the region? Why haven't we embraced those forms of renewable energy? We're surrounded by the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Why don't we, use more of that wave technology to power our development? How come we never did that, though, Adrian Douën? Why is it taking so long for us to embrace those concepts?
The biggest problem always is the cost for the country. And that has the leading driver on what takes place first versus what takes place next. And, we cannot blame any particular government on what the situation is presently. We just have to look at what is developing in the entire planet. The world is changing, and certainly COVID has caused us a lot of changes in our day-to-day lives. And that new technology, which is still new to us, has not been to the forefront simply because, government priorities are different in different countries. Where you have a country that's economics doesn't allow for that sort of investment, of course, there's a stumbling block to start. So, there are also new technologies that are available that address different types of investments, which can start even as simple as recycling plastics, recycling the entire garbage system. that can produce energy. So that's the new paradigms that we are looking forward to, as well as alongside solar, wind, and water resources that we have abundant around us.
As you mentioned, water resources, we have developed along a particular paradigm at great cost, some would argue, at the quality of water that we're able to consume safely. And that has had implications for the health of our citizens throughout the region, as well as for the sustainability of the wildlife, of the sea life, and that very delicate, chain of life in the region, our biodiversity, yeah?
Yes. Well, to deal with first of all, the public water that has to be consumed, I can tell you for sure, as an example, that the Swedes have gone far past almost every nation in the world, adopting new technologies that implore cleaning of water in all its forms. And, this is escalated because the government has, put forward their money and their research to ensure that this takes place. So ensuring the safety and health of its population. I can tell you that is presently